What's evil brother hiding behind his massive grudge against Dom and the family?
Hold on.
Why is Vin Diesel catching actual vehicles with his hands? And just how could Han have returned from the dead?
Nice clubhouse.
Hi, I'm Clive, and you're watching OSSA Movies. Prepare for rivalry. The Fast and the Furious franchise can deliver all the high-octane carnage in the world, but it wouldn't be the same without the actors who put a beating heart in its roaring engine.
That you never turn your back on family.
Most of the main cast will all reprise their iconic roles in the 9th installment, which is great news for fans. F9 will see Jordana Brewster get behind the wheel again, returning to the franchise that made her a household name. She was supposed to be living happily ever after by the beach, but it's great to know that Mia won't be stuck raising some kid and missing out on the action any longer.
What is this?
Not every series regular is returning for F9 though. Jason Statham and Dwayne Johnson appear to be sitting this one out, as Hobbs and Shaw went their own way recently. I'm sure that has nothing to do with the fact that Vin and Dwayne aren't exactly bromantic behind the scenes. But you never know. It's possible that Dwayne and Jason's involvement is being kept top secret for the time being.
No, I'm not working with this guy. I've been there, done that.
Hey, the minute he gets involved, you can kiss goodbye to any finesse because She-Hulk here only knows how to smash.
Fear not, though. The machismo will still be through the roof in this movie. John Cena will fill the void left behind by The Rock's absence, and he's every bit as ripped and intimidating as his former rival in WWE.
You're not Schwarzenegger! How is that possible?
Speaking of intimidating, Michael Rooker has strapped in for the ride as well. His character in F9 goes by the name of Buddy, so we can only assume that he'll be the friendly type who won't cause any problems for anyone. Then again, Rooker never plays nice guys, does he? Even Yondu had his mean moments, and he was a big softie at heart. F9 is bringing an all-star cast to the big screen, and it's only a matter of time until we get to see them kick each other's butts and drive expensive vehicles through buildings. When's the release date? Let's face it, Fast 9 has taken the scenic route to theaters. The movie was supposed to come out last summer, but its release was pulled due to the pandemic spoiling all of the fun. Fast forward a year or so, and the movie kept getting delayed again. Was it coming in March? April? Universal kept getting our hopes built up, then crashing them harder than a Lycan Hypersport falling from a skyscraper. The good news is F9 will cruise into US multiplexes on June 25th, assuming that everything goes according to plan. UK viewers, meanwhile, will have to wait until July 8th, while other territories can expect it later that month. If you live in Russia, Singapore, or China, however, F9 will be in front of your eyes next month. You lucky rascals.
Let's do it, baby!
The delays have been well noted, but at least we don't have long to wait now. Still, while the movie's journey to the screen has been hectic, the experience of shooting the action opus was much more enjoyable. Balls to the wall action. Remember the infamous plane drop sequence in Fast and Furious 7? That ain't got nothing on the madness that awaits us in F9. Justin Lin has promised the best action in the saga to date. And who are we to doubt the guy who directed an actual bank vault chase and made it look easier than eating cake? Here's what the great man had to say on the matter.
I feel this is going to be the best action I've ever done.
While the movie also promises to reinvent the characters in big ways, its main goal is to destroy every type of vehicle out there. But that's what they were built for at the end of the day, right? It's clear from the footage released so far that some of these stunts are complex and insane. And that means the movie will unleash some gung-ho set pieces that will blow our collective socks off. It's like Tarzan, but with cars? F9 will see the family reunite for another high-speed adventure that defies the laws of physics, gravity, and logic. And it can't come soon enough. Some new members will be introduced to the family as well, given that Dom and Letty have become parents who just want to live a quiet life.
I will always be in your heart.
But if this franchise has taught us anything throughout the years, it's that these characters are forever destined to live their lives a quarter mile at a time. That's because being part of a family means drama.
Jesus, Mum. You're supposed to avoid the nerves.
Oh, shut up. Don't be such a baby.
But F9 is way more intense than Grandma getting drunk and biting you with her false gnashers at Thanksgiving. Dom will have to go about against his brother Jacob, who's smarter, deadlier, and more peed off than any of his previous enemies. Jacob is also tired of living in his sibling's shadow. Expect this showdown to be full of testosterone. But what else do you expect when you pit Vin against a 16-time WWE champion? I mean, how many times has your brother speared you from a rooftop because you've been bickering with each other? It's clear that John Cena has an entire army behind him in this movie, and getting away from their deadly assaults won't be easy. But it's much easier when you can make your car swing over oceans like it's some kind of vehicular Tarzan or George of the Jungle. If only they taught us how to do that in Driver's Ed. That being said, one of the biggest mysteries going into F9 is the return of Han.
No way.
Is you ready? Oh, whole squad ready.
Didn't he die in an explosion back in Tokyo Drift? While it seems like Han will be on the side of the good guys, he'll probably want to know why they teamed up with his killer, Deckard Shaw, in recent movies. As for how he returns from the dead, let's discuss a few possible reasons. This isn't the real Han. People keep joking about this franchise going to space someday, and Hobbs and Shaw's sci-fi element suggested that it's only a matter of time until that happens.
Look at me. I'm Black Superman.
There are plenty of reasons to believe that this Han is the product of some fancy science, but let's entertain a more down-to-earth notion for a second. This is Han's identical twin brother, and he's here to continue his brother's legacy. It took 9 movies for us to find out that Dom, the main character in the majority of these films, has a sibling after all. Who knows how many hidden brothers and sisters are really out there, waiting for their chance to shine. Then again, this could be the real Han, and he's just been in hiding for years after faking his own death. While we did see his car go up in flames, it's possible that he escaped from the blaze. Those theories are fine, but let's not forget that this franchise goes off the rails. And Han's return is a perfect opportunity to do something ridiculous. Is Han an evil robot? Given that Hobbs and Shaw essentially turned Idris Elba into a universal soldier, Han might be the product of weird science, necromancy, or a shift in the space-time continuum. Since his skin wasn't decayed and he seemed pretty healthy, it's safe to assume that he isn't a zombie. A more rational explanation is Han is now a robot, whose anatomy is made up of the cybernetic parts that turned Elba into a self-professed Black Superman? Remember when this franchise was about street racing? Me either. Some fans have speculated that Han is the mastermind behind the evil Etion organization that gave Elba's character his robot juice. If that's indeed the case, Han being an indestructible machine isn't such a far-fetched notion. Let's just hope that he isn't mad at the family for befriending his killer, because they surely don't want to deal with a ticked-off robot with vengeance on its mind. But now, it's time to hear from you. How do you think Han returns from beyond the grave in F9? Let us know in the comments below.